the best thing ever, and we're spoiling the crap out of it. So we're going to ruin it for our kids, but that's what we get to do. And I appreciate you, babe. Everything you've done, everything you do. She's still one of the hardest working people in Prime America. You don't see that, but I'm telling you, she really is. She knows your number better than I know your number. So let me just tell you a few things that I think, there's three things that everybody that wins big has. Three characteristics that you have to have. These are non-negotiable, okay? You need to write these down, and you need to think about them, and if you don't have them right now, then you need to work on developing them, and you can develop them. These are things that even if you haven't had them in the past, you can develop them, all right? And the first is an amazing work ethic. You're never going to succeed in a big way unless you have an amazing work ethic, a work ethic that surpasses all your peers. One of the things that I know when I was building my business, you know, when I was really building it, I mean, when from 1984, late 84 to 92 when I got out of the field, during that time period, right, about almost 8 years, nobody, and I mean nobody anywhere in Prime America, in my hierarchy, nobody worked harder than I did. Not one person. There's not possible, right? There's not even close. There's nobody in my hierarchy that even came close to outworking me. I buried everybody during that stretch. Everybody. And you have to do that. Because no one's going to follow you if you're lazy. If they see you being lazy, if they see you not working, trying to get them to work, but you not working, you can never lead anybody to work at craft doing that. Not in this business. This is a leadership business. It's completely by example in the beginning. There's a point right after I got out of the field in late 1992, right? I haven't seen a client really since 1992. I don't know how many years that is, but it's a bunch of years, right? 18, 19 years. During that time period, because of what I did the first 8 years, we were paid like $50 million, $55 million during that time period, okay? But it was because of that 8-year stretch that caused all that, okay? So you've got to develop an amazing work ethic. The second thing, you have to have super self-discipline because, folks, what you have to do to build a business takes an enormous amount of self-discipline because you're not going to want to master those 7 fundamentals, especially if you're new, but you know what? You have to have the self-discipline to do it. Because if you don't, you can't teach it. Like somebody said, I don't remember who said that, but it's true. You can't teach what you don't know. You can't teach what you don't do. You can't do it. You can keep trying to figure out a way to do it. I think one of the greatest things that's happening right now, like with Daniel, get after it. You know what, Daniel? I'm telling you, just do this for maybe a couple of years, really. Get your base rate to $100,000, and then you get your income over $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million, and you already don't have any debt. You're done forever. It's the smartest thing you could ever do, folks. I was in the field closing 10, 12, 15 sales a month when I was making $70,000, $80,000 a month, $100,000 a month. Okay? Not when I started making 10, 15, I started cooling it and kicking back my heels like most everybody else in Prime America does. It's retarded. Your chance to get wealthy, and right when you're on the precipice of actually doing it, you stop working. What the hell? What's up with that? It's crazy. Okay? So you've got to be self-disciplined. All the things you need to do, there's 50% of the things that I had to do to build Prime America I did not want to do. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to prospect every day. I didn't want to, make all those phone calls. I didn't want to have to follow up with people like I did. I didn't want to have to hold everybody accountable like I did. I didn't want to have to do a lot of the things that I did. I didn't want to do that. Who wants to do all that, right? But that's where the self-discipline comes in, to do the things you must do, not what you feel like doing, okay? Because what happens, success and comfort are like oil and water. They just don't mix. You can't have one. They don't coexist. They just don't. I wish they did, but they don't. The comfort comes after you do it. And then the third thing is, if you're on my calls, by the way, if you're not on my Tuesday call, you can listen to this call Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock every Tuesday. or you can listen from Tuesday to Tuesday. Anytime you call in, we give you the number. So those of you with your RVPs didn't give you the number, those morons didn't give you the number, okay? Here's the number, because you need to get on this call, and you need to get your people on the call, because you're going to hear what it really takes to win on those calls. Okay? It's 951-262-3702. Let me repeat that. It's 951-262-3702. So if you didn't hear the call, you can hear it tonight. You can hear it in the morning. You can hear it anytime you want, 24 hours a day for 1 week. And then we post it on HectorLaMarque.com. It's 99 cents if you want to buy it. You can go back, if you haven't heard them, go back and buy them for 99 cents. You can download them and buy them. Okay? And anybody can get on that call. You can get anybody you want on that call. But you should get on that call, because that call is all the stuff that I learned that's allowed me to make $60-some million in Primerica. It's only if you're interested in doing that. Okay? The other thing is, you need to understand, the third thing is skill with people, okay? Skill with people, folks. There's a book, Less Given. You can get that. I got that on our website. I bought, I don't know, 1,000 copies, 2,000 copies, because this is so important. This book, Skill with People by Les Given. Go to HectorLaMarque.com. You can get it. It's $5. It took me forever to be able to work this out and get that, but it's $5. This book is one of the most important books you'll ever read. It takes about 20 minutes to read this book. It's a little small book, but it's all about how to deal with people, because if you can't get people to like you, trust you, you can't get people to help you, to follow you. You've got to learn how to do that. It's critical that you learn how to deal with people, how to get them on your side, how to get them to want to help you. You must learn how to do that, okay? So skill with people is the third thing. Those three things: amazing work ethic, super self-discipline, and skill with people. If you get those three things down, I don't care, even if you quit Primerica and went and did something else, you're going to be successful. You'll be more successful here because the opportunity is better than anywhere else. But you need to get that down. And then the last few things is, look, you're not in the financial service business. You're in the prospecting business. Financial services is incidental to our business. But you're really in the prospecting. The people that win big in Primerica are tremendous prospectors. In other words, they talk to everybody. Jan and I were talking about that the other day, is that when my kids were little, when I first got started, I used to embarrass the hell out of my family everywhere we went. Because I talked to everybody. Everywhere I went, I was talking to somebody about my business, knowing full well that the vast majority of people weren't going to be interested, weren't going to give me their name and number, weren't going to get. I didn't care. Okay, all I was looking for was people who were looking for me, that were open to something, to improve their life, to get ahead. That's all I was worried about. The ones that said no, thank you, I didn't spend a millisecond worrying about those people. I didn't care what they thought about me. All I cared about was finding the right people. And I found a bunch of them, as you can see, right? And you've got to do the same thing. And then you've got to not be afraid. Don't be afraid of success, okay? Look, so much of this society, if you look at movies, I'm a movie-aholic. Jan and I, no one goes to see more movies than Jan and I do. I probably go to the movies at least 5 days a week, okay? We went to the movies today, by the way. So that's great, okay? We are movie-aholics. So are our kids, right? My daughter got Netflix. But the bottom line is, movies, television, print media, newspapers, magazines, the major news networks, every one of them is anti-business, anti-success, anti-millionaires, just pay attention. The bad guy is always the cruel businessman, the cruel millionaire, right? I mean, do you not notice that? So what ends up happening, you've got hypnotized into thinking that making money and doing well is somehow bad. Except that every church in America is always asking for money. Have you not noticed that yet? And only 10% of the parishioners actually support churches financially in this country. We need more financially successful people. Everybody in here has somebody in their life that needs money right now, don't they? Right? Everybody. So why don't you go make some and turn that thing around for them? Why don't you be the go-to person in your family? I'm that person in my family. You need to be that person in your family. Being rich is good, folks. Got 2 minutes. Being rich is good. Being debt-free and financially independent is like Daniel said. Folks, I want you to imagine, Jan and I have no debt. We owe no money to anybody. We have 3 homes. They're all paid for. We live a crazy, amazing life. We still, our income's actually a little bit down, but look, we're still making $200,000 a $250,000 a month or whatever like that. But when you don't have any debt, no bills, no obligations, it's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. Well, whatever you feel like doing. That doesn't include all the money we have, the millions we have invested. Folks, debt-free and financially, being rich, anybody that tells you that having a lot of money and making a lot of money and being wealthy is not everything, it's a good thing or something wrong with that, or it's not just me, they are all broke. I'm telling you, I've been very, very broke, and I've been very, very rich. And the only thing is I know is I don't ever want to be broke again. Broke sucks, okay? Your life can be amazing. Look, eating, I don't know what you like to do, man. We're foodies. We love good food. When we roll into a new town, right, first thing we do, ask the concierge, what are the top 3 best restaurants? I don't care what they cost. What are the 3 best restaurants in town? That's where we're going, right? Right? You want to know about food anywhere, right? Just ask Jan or ask me. All right? When you come to the convention, right? Well, I don't know where y'all staying, the Motel 6. We're staying at a 4 Seasons, okay? And we have a suite on the 19th floor, which is the top floor, okay? And it's a lot better than staying at Motel 6. We didn't fly here coach, okay? Everything is better. I'm telling you, okay? Some of you made a little money, Danny. Am I right about that? We're handing that. You know what I'm talking about? Is it a little bit better? But you don't make any money yet. None of you need. But you could. Folks, there's an amazing, incredible life waiting for you. And you don't have to give up your life for it. Look, I worked like a crazy person for that 8-year stretch or whatever. I have basically, for all intents and purposes, been part-time in Primerica since 1992. So if there's a period of time, yes, you've got to work like crazy, like a banshee. But then if you do it right and you develop people, then you can have freedom for the rest of your life. And that's what this thing's about. That's what Primerica is, folks. It's a tool for you to become financially independent, take care of you, take care of your family, and have amazing options for your life. And no one can stop you from accomplishing that but you. Nobody. You can't blame your spouse, you can't blame your upline, you can't blame your downline, you can't blame anybody but yourself. If you don't make it here, what we have is 2 things. You're either really slow or you're lazy, okay? It's the only way you can't make it in Primerica, okay? So if you've got some smarts here, you've got some motivation, there's nothing that can stop you from doing something amazing with your life. And I want to challenge you to get back and go do that. And stop talking about it. And just actually get busy and do it. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow night.